I'm certainly going to begin. I'm going to introduce our first speaker. His name is Mr. William Stiles. By day, he's a realtor with Keller Williams Realty. By night, he's a motivational speaker. He gives an opportunity to give motivational speeches in all facets of life: motivation, health, wellness, dedication, commitment. He's going to talk to us today about the journey. He's also not a pretty good third baseman, too. Mr. William Stiles, everybody.
So I'm sitting there, and I get the phone call, and I look at it. I see, it's Aaron. I haven't spoken to him in so long, and I'm so grateful that he's calling me, and I'm really excited. And I answer the phone, and I go, Aaron, how are you doing? He says, I'm good, William. I know you're a real estate agent. I know you've been in the business a long time, and I'm thinking about being a realtor myself. I say, that's great, Aaron. Real estate is a great business to be in. I mean, what are you doing right now? He says, well, I'm working for a factory. I'm making like $7.94 an hour. And it just seems like I just go to work. It's like meaningless. There's just no meaning to it. I just want more for my life. See, Aaron is 20 years old. He graduated from high school. He did not go to college. He's finding his way. So I said, yes, absolutely. I will help you. What would you like to know? He says, tell me about the business. I go, okay, fine. You're going to have to invest up to $1,000 to start, just to get started. $1,000. You're going to have to pay for your schooling. You're going to have to study. It's going to take you a few months just to get your license. And then once you're licensed, you're going to have to work for up to 6 months with no pay. You're really going to have to pay the price to get started. But once you get started, I can almost guarantee you'll double your pay. And he thinks about it for a second and he says, well, let me see, I have to think about it. I have to see if I'm willing to accept that challenge. So and I'm just throwing back a little bit and I'm thinking to myself, there's a challenge in everything. And I say this to him, I say, Aaron, there's a challenge in everything. Have you ever tried to live your life on a minimum wage paycheck? I mean, we all have goals, we all have dreams, we all have things we want to do. And we think that there's an easy path. That's the illusion. The illusion is there's an easy path, okay? I'm here to tell you today that there is no easy path. So the question is not, am I going to take the easy route or the challenging route? No, the question is, it's about what's meaningful to you. What inspires you? And as you make that choice, you got to understand there are challenges on that road. You want to be a hotshot attorney, and you only want to work 30, 40 hours a week, that's just not going to cut it. You want to be a doctor, yet you want to be free on nights and weekends, not be on call and things like that, it's just not going to happen. So you've got to understand that whatever journey you choose, there are going to be challenges on there. You're going to need to embrace those challenges and understand that that's part of the path. And when you embrace something, you bring it in. You accept it. You allow it to be there. You know, the greatest CEOs, I'll just take Donald Trump, for example, in real estate. He has much larger challenges than I do in real estate. I make a mistake, it's in the thousands. He makes a mistake, maybe it's in the millions. Large challenges. So let's not wish for an easier life. Let's wish for a greater capacity to handle our challenges. And there's a difference, because here's what happens. When challenges hit, and we're not expecting any, it shuts us down. So it's basically one of two things. We look out, and we're not expecting any challenges, and we're going along the road, and all of a sudden, we hit the roadblock, and we're like, whoa, this was supposed to be easy. No, I'm not doing this, no. I'm going to take this other route over here. And then all of a sudden, boom, you hit, bumped into this obstacle, no, that's too challenging, I'm gonna head over here. And you're going back and forth, and you're never really accomplishing anything in life, but you gotta put your stake in the ground, you decide what's meaningful to you. And then once you do that, you embrace the challenges along the way. Another common scenario is we think ahead of time of all the different challenges we're gonna have to undertake. We have a new goal or dream in our life, and we think, wow, there's all these challenges, I'm not even going to try. So we quit before we even start. So how do we embrace our challenges? Well, everybody has a piece of paper in front of you. Now I'm going to give you the answers. Okay? If anybody needs, there's an answer key at the bottom. First of all, you got to accept that challenges are a natural part of the process. They're a natural part of life. When you go on a road, you got to know it's going to be amazing, right? You want to be that attorney, that doctor, but you know you also got to have to study a lot of hours. It's going to take a lot of work to get there. But as long as you're willing to embrace those challenges and go through them, accept that they're a natural part of it, then you can get there. You definitely don't want to run away, because that's the opposite, running away. Number 2, you want to shift your perspective. And what that means is, a lot of times we look at a challenge as this big, bad thing that's out to get us. That's terrible. Like, oh no, I had a flat tire today. The world is out to get me. That's not the case. Sometimes we just got to look at our challenges differently. Look at it from a different point of view. So instead of standing from back here, looking at your challenge, maybe you turn it over here, you look at it from a different side. Maybe you look underneath. On the bottom of your paper, there's a word. And I'd like to hear what you see. What word is on that paper? Good? Evil? Anybody see anything else besides good or evil? I don't see good and evil. All right, here's the point. That picture is the same. It did not change. If you look at it, both words are there. That's the way our challenges are. They come into our life. We can look at them from one point of view, and they're good. They serve us. They strengthen us. They're opportunities. And in another way, they're evil. They shut us down. They turn us off. So it's your choice. Now I'm going to give you an example. So Beth, she's driving her car. But she's late for school. And she's got work. She's got a lot of stress. A lot of stuff going on in her life. So she's driving, right? And then boom, she gets into an accident. The last thing she needed that morning was an accident. Man, I didn't need this. So she gets out, and she meets the guy, and he's really nice and everything. So fast forward a few years. The gentleman that hit her, that challenge, that big problem, that was just horrible that day, turned out to be the love of her life, introducing himself to her. So that is a true story. Beth and her man got married, and that's how they met. So when problems come into your life, when challenges hit you, let's understand that there's two sides to that coin. Let's look at, how can this serve me? How can I be better from this? Number 3 is baby steps. A lot of times we think there's nothing we can do about it. We have a challenge in life and we think there's nothing we can do about it at all. But there's always something we can do about it. There's always something we can do about it. So if you're committed to your path, if you've already decided this is the path I'm going on, I am walking this journey, and when the challenge hits, and it seems like there's no way around it, just take a step back and say, what can I do? What little step can I take? and get some movement in the direction. So I'm going to recap those three. Number one, you need to accept the fact that challenges are going to be part of your journey. Number two, you need to be able to shift your perspective. Just like on your paper, you see good, you see evil. Which one is it? It's both, it's neither. It's up to you. It depends on how you're looking at it. And number three, baby steps. There's always something we can do. So why is this important? Why is it important that we embrace our challenges? Because you are special. You are very special. And you are special. I mean, we came into this world, we have so much to give and to bring. We have so much talent that's sitting inside of us right now that is just begging to come out. But yet we have these challenges that can just shut us down. So it's important to embrace our challenges as opportunities to grow, as pointing us in the right direction, just like Beth, who met her husband. I want to share with you guys a dream that I have. See, I think we're all amazing. I think we all have great talents and gifts to give to the world. And I just think that we have our challenges and they shut us down. I think every New Year's, we all sit there, say there's 100 of us here, and we all say, you know what, I'm going to do something big and something bold. But we're all Lone Rangers, 100 of us, out there doing our Lone Ranger thing. And at the end of the year, very little progress was made. Maybe 2 or 3 or 4 people have actually done what they were going to do. The rest, nothing. So I have a dream that we all work together to lift up the individual. And what I call that dream is be all for one and one for all. And what that means is the power of the group comes from the power of the individual. You want to lift up a society, you lift up the individual. The society is not more important than you. You make up society. So be all for one. What does that mean? There's 100 of us here. We all commit to the success, to the health, to the wellness of each person. Instead of one Lone Ranger out there trying to make a difference in the world, you have 99 other people that have your back, that's standing in the corner, that says, okay, Joe, let's go. What do you need? With that concentration of effort, you can achieve anything. Think about it. Whatever challenge you have in your life, there's nothing that can be overcome if you have all of us in this room helping you do it. That's be all for one. Now the other side of that coin is one for all. And what that means is the wealth that I want for myself, the health that I want for myself, the amazing relationships that I want for myself, I want for you too. So it's not, oh, I'm going to make a lot of money and I don't care about you. No, I want it for you. So I want to extend an invitation today, but you have to qualify to join. I just started recently a group called Be All for One and One for All. There are 2 qualifications. Number 1, you have to want to be the best you can be. You have to want to be that you are more amazing than you ever believed you were. Number 2, you have to want that for every other person too. And if you meet those 2 criteria, then I invite you to join me on my mission for the Be All for One and One for All, and we can lift up each other together in all that we want in life. Here's what you got to do. I'm going to give you my phone number. You just text me your name and email address, and I will give you all the information you need to join, because I need the help. I cannot do it alone. I am not, I just can't. I have my strengths, I have my weaknesses. So please text me at 352-342-2206. And my phone number is on the paper at the bottom. So if you text my phone number, 352-342-2206, with your name and email address, I will get in contact with you on how you can join and help. Because see, when you join, not only are you receiving the support from everybody in the group, but you're also giving support to every member of the group. I do offer one-on-one coaching and group coaching, so if you're interested, see me or contact me. I want to say thank you for having me here today. Have a great day.
Thank you, Mr. William Stiles.